Good Monday morning. I really thought I had heard it all in this arena as of late, but I hadn't. And I was shocked and sobered by what I heard, but it was a lady from Israel at a forum talking about children. And she said basically that the way we had identified traditional family was one of the greatest detriments to children, and that ultimately states should have the authority to take children away from a traditional family at any time. It was very sobering. And I realized that there really is no venue in this moment that is untouched in regards to our children. There is no tactic that is too taboo. And that if we do not realize that our children are in a war zone like they never have been before in this moment, then we are not just asleep, but I do not think we have a pulse. Because you would have to be living under a rock somewhere not to know how our children are being targeted. The enemy truly has laid every card on the table, and I don't know that it's the darkness has gotten darker. Maybe it is. I'm sure there's a lot of truth to that, but I also think that he's just gotten more bold and he's come out of hiding. And so he's not afraid to reveal himself and his tactics and his weapon anymore. But you know, we have stronger weapons. I love the beauty of this simple passage of Proverbs 22:6, where it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he's old, he won't depart. That's the wisdom of Solomon. He was basically saying that when you have this little one, that you have this beautiful little pliable vessel. And so if Christian parents train up their children with the principles of the Lord when they're young, that the odds of them turning away from that when they're old are much slimmer. I was listening to an interview recently by Mike Fisher and Carrie Underwood. They're married, and they were so vulnerable, and it was so precious. And he said, somebody asked me what my greatest fear was, and I immediately said losing one of my children. And then he said, I stopped, and I said, no. Actually, my greatest fear is my children not having a real personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Oh, if that would be all of our fears for our children. The most important person you will ever disciple is your child. The most important one. So what are you discipling them in? What are you discipling them in? That's a question we all need to be asking ourselves. How are we using the influence we've been given? The greatest discipleship tool for a child is what we model as parents. The life we're choosing to live out in front of them, because they get that by osmosis. All of a sudden you can look up and they're acting like you, talking like you, just moving like you, and you're like, how did you even learn that? It's because they're living in the house with you. So the greatest discipleship tool they have are us. So what is discipling us? Second, we need to pray for them. Oh, nuts. I had 2 books. It's the power, I wish I had them. Remember, this was a Stormy O'Mardian advertisement. The Power of a Praying Parent. And now I just had to purchase this, which I'm a little sad, but it's the power of praying for your adult children. So we need to be praying for them. Strategically, intentionally. Also, we need to be putting them in environments where they can grow and they can engage with like-minded people in Sunday school, in youth groups, sending them on mission trips so they can learn how to pour out to others, because teaching teaches the teacher, and giving them these opportunities to grow and do and be. Friends, in the book of Revelation, Jesus told the church of Sardis, he said, wake up. Wake up and strengthen what remains. The good news is that something remains to be strengthened. So we have things that remain in the lives of our children that can be strengthened. And so we need to wake up and pay attention to what needs to be strengthened in their lives and realize that we are the weapons that God uses more than anything else in the hearts and lives of our children. And we have to be vigilant, because rest assured, the enemy has been vigilant for a very long time. But there is hope. It's never too late. Don't look at all the shoulda, couldas, wouldas. Just look at what you have before you now. And do, and be, and pray, and model, and direct. And God will use that in the life of your children. Strengthen what remains. Be of good cheer, something remains. If your heart was encouraged today, please know that we have many other resources available for you. You can discover all of those at reclaiminghearts.org.